ready? What up? Let's get to it. So you got Ejiro Evero and Flores. News is, the Vikings are waiting for the opportunity to get an interview with Ejiro Evero. So question is, who would you rather see as the Vikings defensive coordinator? Heavy. Who do you think is the best guy for the job? Me personally, I'm happy with either one of them. They both have solid backgrounds. Both have great credentials, right? Both of them could easily be NFL head coaches. Flores was with the Miami Dolphins, right? Great head coach, turned that whole organization around, no doubt. Until the BS happened, he had to file lawsuits against the team, etc. But yeah, both of those guys are great candidates. Ejiro Evero has history with Kevin O'Connell, coming from a Denver Broncos team, who was in shambles, in turmoil. The head coach was horrible, but the defense was still solid. Yet the Denver Broncos were 8th overall in team defense, heavy, right? Ranked 16th in takeaway defense, man. A pretty solid job. And he wasn't in the best of situations, right? So either one of those guys are great candidates, man. So you ask me, whichever guy they go with, I'm happy about it, man. And it's good they're taking their time trying to pick the best candidate. And it's obvious they know who they want, what type of guy they want in the building, what type of coach, right? And they're aiming for the best. Why not? A lot of people say, oh, get a coach that's going to bring you stability, that's going to stay around for a few years. But why not get the best? If a guy has an opportunity to be a head coach after the first season, second season, etc., okay, so be it. You go from there. You take the necessary steps once again to bring another guy in. That's part of the business. That's how it goes. But you can't be scared to take a chance on a guy because he could possibly become a head coach somewhere else because he will do a good job. Don't you want the best? Don't you want to elevate your defense? Oh, it would be easy to bring a guy in, who's okay, average, good, brings you stability. But if he comes in and doesn't do well, doesn't do great, then what's the point? So the Vikings can't fear a guy leaving or, taking a head coaching job in their future years. Who cares, man? It is what it is. It's part of the business. But right now, the Vikings need to focus on bringing the best guy in to fix the defense, man. That's in shambles, that needs help. Drastically, dig me? Heavy. No way around it. Allegedly, Flores and Kwesi were at the Senior Bowl talking, chatting it up. Good sign. But I'm glad the Vikings are taking their time once again, man. Trying to make the best hire, going with the right guy. But they have two of the best in mind. You have to be happy about that. So they're going in the right direction. They're not just settling for less or settling for who's available. And the fact that they're waiting, hoping to get an interview with Ejiro is even more of a great sign. Great news, right? Don't rush greatness. Don't rush getting a guy in. Choose the best guy. Go through all the steps, and that's what they're doing. So you have to be happy about how they're handling the situation, Kwesi and O'Connell. Flores and Ejiro Evero, great candidates once again, man. I'll be happy either way it goes. Whoever gets the job, I'm sure they will come in and do a good job, man. But like we all say, it's imperative the Vikings get this right. One of the first big steps of the offseason, a crucial offseason, man. And it starts with hiring the right defensive coordinator for the job. That's the bottom line, man. They cannot afford to whiff or miss on this hire. If so, they'll be in the same situation, same circumstances, with a horrible, piss-poor defense. There's no way around it, man. They have to get it right. But both of these candidates easily be head coaches, have all the credentials, have proven it already, shown clearly, made it obvious they can turn defenses around quickly and swiftly, man. So I'm happy with the situation the Vikings are in. I'm happy they're being patient, taking their time with it. That's what it's about, man. Once again, don't rush greatness. But they're putting the work in, and I'm sure they will hire the best candidate for the job. And once again, if it's Flores or Ejiro Evero, I'm happy, man, either way. It's great news for the Vikings. And I'm sure they can come in and turn that defense around. And they will know what type of players they want. What type of players are needed, right? Collaboration will be there. And I'm sure guys like Andrew Booth or Caleb Evans, the young rookies, Even guys like Daniil Hunter, Brian Asamoah will all be utilized correctly this time around to reach their maximum potential, man. Yeah, I'm sure they will all be put in the right situation. I'm sure both coaches, Flores or Evero, will study their personnel, learn their personnel to a T, and put them in the best position to win and perform at the highest level. That's what it's about. That's how you get the most out of your defense. Period, man. Hands down. Heavy. So once again, shout out to the Vikings for doing it the right way, not rushing it, not just hiring the guy just cause, man. Taking their time, trusting the process, and taking the right steps. But it's obviously clear they're waiting to get that interview with Evero. Something about him they like, and they still like Brian Flores. So either way, it's a win-win. Either direction they go, man. You gotta be excited about it, man. New energy in the building. We'll be looking at a whole new defense next season, man. Hopefully one that's physical, flies around, and is aggressive, and hits teams in the mouth. Heavy, man. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about both coaches? Which one would you prefer? Heavy. Feedback is much appreciated, man. Let's get to it. Big SKOL here. Oh, me. Oh, me. I ain't got no picture, hear me? SKOL like that. Heavy.